You see me sitting on the throne. I got God's spirit in me. Ready for these demons in my phone. These fake friends like AI.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
But on check, I'm a new tax bracket. Whoa, new clothes, new drip, FaceTime. You know I'm on beast mode.
Greetings.
Paradise. You know my wrist ain't froze. Surrounded by conflict. They say they begging for the smoke.
They say they can't stand the fire. I put them in the kitchen on the stove. Now let me cook for a minute.
Serving all these plates.
Good morning.
My heart is made stone.
It's on my sleeve, I put it on. Wild jungle animal, yeah. This hate turned me to a lion. When you paying for a meal, you know somebody's dying.
They say I'm hurting all these feelings.
Yeah.
Wait, especially raps.
Right.
Back to back, back to back, back to back, back to back. The grind epidemic has reached a level so dangerous. Highest in my city, you can see it in HD.
Good morning. I got the keys to the kingdom. Good morning, Miss Boss Diva.
Keys to the kingdom, you see me sitting on the throne. I got
on
God's
the
spirit in me. Ready for these demons in my phone. These fake friends like AI, making it up as they go. Ink is cheap, but on check, I'm a new tax bracket. Whoa. When it's time to relocate, I'm talking brand new real estate.
Right.
Ain't no limits to the sky, ain't no wings, but I just fly. I took the energy of my enemies, now I'm a god in the cloud.
Yeah.
The hood to the sky, ain't no wings, but I just fly. I took the energy of my enemies, now I'm a god in the cloud.
Yeah.
The hood flexing.
Let's go. Truth tale from the hood. Nightmares coming dreaming. Fantasies becoming fiction. Overcoming like addiction. Let's do it, ladies and gentlemen.
I drip a little different.
I do drip a little
Praying
different.
for a miracle while I'm paying for
Good morning.
forgiveness.
I got the keys to the kingdom. Not you, I do. You know how that works, right? Cut it out. All right.
Keys to the kingdom, you see me sitting on the throne. I got God's spirit in me, ready for these demons in my phone.
Yeah.
Friends like AI, making it up as they go. Ink is cheap, but on check, I'm a new tax bracket.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is officially showtime. It really is showtime, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it going, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get this show off the ground. Yes. Set the tone. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's get the clock going.
It's like a curse.
It is like a curse, Miss Boss Eve. Always a pleasure to see you.
It's deja vu when I'm riding up these racks. I'm like the Terminator screaming, I'll be back. It's deja vu when I'm out here flying first class. It's like every week I gotta take out the trash. I'm on top of my game, head of the class. You can tell that I made it, look at my grass. Cars in the garage with tanks full of gas. I play the game so raw, I won't finish last. Sitting in my living room screaming,
Now we do, gentlemen.
supposed to happen when you get your famous. The algorithm turned you to a maniac.
Yeah.
Guess we go by Zodiac.
I got all these numbers on my spreadsheet. What?
And if they is my ex, that mean they left me. They don't give me plies and they test me. I say it with my chest cause I mean it. Got a lot of confidence and I'm conceited. Call me the master with a new whip. I'ma take off in a spaceship.
I'll tell you what, I haven't gone into Zeus's live in a couple of days.
Yes.
Shit was radical.
Very radical.
It was horrible. I'm like, Zeus has gone way off.
Oh no!
It's like deja vu.
It is radical.
It's like deja vu. It's like deja vu.
All right.
It's deja vu when I'm riding up these racks. I'm like
All right, let's get the music. Let's kill the music, DJ. Kill the music, DJ. All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to today's show. I am your host, your pilot. All right, and I'm here to make sure you are all getting your daily dose of truth. All right. For those of you who aren't familiar with who I am, let's get some of the housekeeping out of the way. I go by the name Zeus, or as some like to say, Triple H. And why do they call me Triple H, ladies and gentlemen? Well, it's quite simple. The first H stands for honesty, all right? I'm the most honest person on social media. I promise to tell you nothing but the truth. So help me God, all right? The second H, ladies and gentlemen, is because I am the most humble person out here, all right? There's nobody more humble than me. If I get it wrong, I will be the first to apologize. It just turns out I haven't been wrong much lately, all right? And then the last and final H, ladies and gentlemen, is because I am and will always remain what? The most handsome! All right, so for those of you who are not familiar with what we do on this side of town, it's quite simple. We hold our friends on the right accountable for their dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds as well as their crimes. And believe you me, there's a lot of crime and a lot of dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds going on the right. All right, and so if you're one of those folks on the right that are always in your feelings, because the MAGA Republicans, we all know, they stay in their feelings, right? Good morning, Yazzie, the beautiful Yazzie. MAGA Republicans, they stay in their feelings, and they're factose intolerant, like my good friend brother Swervin says. That means they're allergic to facts, they're allergic to truth. When you hit them with it, when you give them facts and truth, they experience what I like to call an emotional response. They dwell in what I like to refer to as the fallacy of inverse reasoning. All right, now go look that up for you so-called TikTok lawyers. All right, ladies and gentlemen, their minds they have been taken over by the MAGA demon, and it doesn't allow them to actually comprehend. I mean, you should hear what some of them say. They actually brag that they got an 8th grade education, right? You can't make this stuff up. So listen up. If you're one of those snowflakes on the right, do me a huge favor. Go ahead and leave this live, exit stage left, and go on about your miserable life, all right? Because I'm not here to argue with you. I'm here to make sure you are informed, all right? And if you don't want to be informed, leave. Leave this live, all right? But you don't got to take my word for it. What? Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country,
and a lot of them do.
If you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too.
DJ, what's going on?
But if you're not happy, you can leave.
All right. If you're not happy in the United States of America, you're sitting at home complaining about the economy when you know that's a lie. You're complaining about what's going on at the border when you know that's a lie, because all you're doing is waiting for Donald Trump to give you your next orders. Do me a huge favor, and I mean this. I really do, from the bottom of my heart all the way to the top. Pack your bags. Daydream, thank you so much. Pack your bags and leave the United States of America today, right now. Now, the offer that we made an offer, me and my good friend Nutty. We were willing to pay for you to get to Russia, right? We were paying for them to go to Russia, but none of you took us up on our offer. So now you got to pay for it yourself. But do us a huge favor in the United States of America. Leave this country ASAP. You don't deserve to vote in this country. If it wasn't for us, this country would be over. But good thing the Democrats are here to stop this disgusting MAGA movement. They say, Zeus, MAGA is not, what did they say? It's not a movement, it's a brand. No, MAGA is a demonic force. And that means it encompasses a lot of different areas, okay? It may be a brand, it may be a movement, it could be a cult, okay? It could be a political party, it could be whatever you want. But as far as I am concerned, it's simply a demonic force that is rotten the brains of these folks out here. It's like these video games where there's zombies in the video game. There's zombies all over the map. That's what it's like with these MAGA folks. I go out here and I do simple things, right? I go to the store, I need to go buy some eggs. I go and buy some eggs. And as soon as I go to the store, I see these Trump supporters in the aisles. You know what they're doing? They're arguing with the people in the store about the price of eggs, right? It's embarrassing. It really is. And I went up to him and I said, well, listen, ma'am. If you're going to cry about the price of eggs, you got to stop sending Donald Trump your money. And this is when they get very defensive. Well, who are you? Well, I'm a concerned citizen, right? And I'm tired of hearing this lie that you can't afford eggs. But you and I both know you're sending Donald Trump your money. And then this is where they go, you need to get out of my business. And I say, okay, well then please do me a huge favor. If you don't like this store, leave. All right, let's get on with today's topics. All right, now the first thing I want to address is, this issue about whether or not Donald Trump should be on the ballot. It's definitely a hot topic right now in these spaces, right? But regardless of whether or not Donald Trump is on the ballot, I want to make sure I point this one thing out. And this is a little message I got called "The Dangers of Voting for Donald Trump If He's Convicted." Keyword is if, right? Well, we all know he's going to be convicted of some of these things, right? There's 91 charges. More than likely, he's going to be convicted. The question is not about what are the charges. The question is going to be, when will he be convicted, right? So I want to say this. Once again, I sit here before you all, right here on the sacred throne, out here in the middle of Mount Olympus, all right, with a sense of urgency and purpose. We are at a critical juncture in our nation's history, and the decisions we make in the coming months will have far-reaching consequences for our future. As we approach the next election cycle, we must carefully consider the character and integrity for those who seek to lead our great nation. The recent events surrounding the legal proceedings against former President Donald Trump have brought to light a serious concern about his conduct and suitability for public office. And I'm not saying this message to the Trump supporters, because I already know that MAGA demon is going to, you're going to still vote for Trump even if he's convicted. But I'm saying this to these younger up and coming voters who still understand there's a difference going on between good and evil, right? And they're wanting to hear. This message is for them, all right? We must carefully consider the integrity of those who seek to lead our great nation. The recent events surrounding the legal proceedings against former President Donald Trump have brought to light serious concerns about his conduct and suitability for public office. If he is convicted, it is imperative that we as responsible citizens take a stand against any future candidacy he may pursue. The office of the President of the United States is a position of immense responsibility and influence. It requires a leader of unimpeachable character, unyielding integrity, and unwavering commitment to the principles of democracy and the rule of law. A conviction of a former president should disqualify him or her from holding such a prestigious and weighty position in the future. A vote for a convicted individual would signal a dangerous acceptance of unethical behavior and a blatant disregard for the principles that underpin our democracy. It would send a message that the highest office in the land is open to individuals who have betrayed public trust and violated the laws of our country. Furthermore, a leader who has been convicted of serious offenses cannot effectively represent the values and aspirations of the American people on the world stage. Our nation's credibility and standing in the global community would be severely compromised by the election of such an individual. We must remember that our votes are not just expressions of personal preference. They are statements of our collective values and beliefs. By choosing our leaders, we shape the future of our nation and the world. We owe it to ourselves, our ancestors, and future generations to uphold the highest standards of ethical leadership and accountability. It is incumbent upon all of us to reflect on the profound implications of our choices and to hold our leaders to the highest standards of integrity and moral attitude. We must demand transparency, honesty, and ethical conduct from those who seek to represent us. Therefore, I urge all of you, my fellow citizens out here, to consider the gravity of the situation that we face, and let us stand united in our commitment to uphold the principles of justice, accountability, ethical governance. Let us send a clear message that the highest office in our land must be preserved for those who embody the best of our nation's values. All right? So, ladies and gentlemen, it's my urge that you all really, no matter what, if he's on the ballot or not, really think about whether or not you stand for corruption and crime or you stand for holding leaders accountable. It's really that simple. And as you can see right above me, these are the 4 different venues that are currently in the process of charging Donald J. Trump for his crimes. Out there in Georgia, RICO, election interference. All right, January 6th, another example of election interference with a twist of insurrection. And then we got the classified documents case out there in Mar-a-Lago in Florida. And then we got the little hush money payments. You know, he didn't want the American people to know that he was cheating on his wife with a porn star. And so he engaged in criminal conduct, so they say. 91 felony charges. I am really asking every American out there to really think about it. To go and vote for Donald Trump, to me, is you forfeiting your right to hold a president accountable, right? Any Trump supporter, after hearing this message, once you let me know you're going to vote for Donald Trump, you don't get to criticize President Biden at all, because you don't believe in holding leaders accountable, right? And I know that. So, ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving Donald Trump and his supporters the first round of boos and shame this bright and early in the morning, all right? They deserve the boos and shame, because I was talking to one of these Trump supporters and they said, you know what, Zeus, even if Trump is convicted, I'll vote for him. And I said, that right there is an act of treason as far as I'm concerned. So let's give them what they deserve this bright and early. The first round of boos and shame. All right, let's get into these hot topics this morning, ladies and gentlemen. Where do we start? All right, I know. They get mad at me because I tell the truth, but you know what I say, ladies and gentlemen. I'd rather tell the truth and be realer than you, than to be out here believing these lies and misinformation. All right, so we're gonna start here. Colorado Republicans ask the Supreme Court to hear Trump ballot eligibility dispute. All right. You know, this Colorado thing, it does have a lot of Trump supporters scared, and as it should. But if they really were patriots, they should be in support of keeping Donald Trump's criminal behind off the ballot. But that's how I know a lot of you Trump supporters aren't really patriots. You don't care about the United States. All you care about is your so-called daddy. He got grown men on this app. Trump supporters has grown men calling him daddy. Think about that. Ladies and gentlemen. And then these same grown men get triggered when we start talking about LGBTQI plus rights. And it's like, well, listen, you want us to respect your, we don't like to kink shame, right? We don't like the kink shame, right, Swerve? But if you into that, right? If you into this stuff right here, here we go. Where is it at? Wait a second. If you into all of this,
just keep thinking Trump. Trump is your daddy.
If you into that, right? Embrace it. Support the LGBTQ community, right? If you into that, all right? Stop beating around the bush. If you want to change Trump's dirty diapers, that's your thing. That turns you on. I get it. I mean, I couldn't do it, but if that's what you into, why make life a living hell for everybody? Because that's what you want to do. Just go do it. Stop all of this nonsense, you MAGA demons. All right? So listen up. The Colorado Republican Party on Wednesday asked the Supreme Court to overturn a state court's ruling saying that former President Donald Trump is ineligible to run for president in the state because of his role in the events leading up to the January 6th attack, right? We know this. His own legal team, they're already saying they intend to file its own appeal. In the meantime, under the terms of the Colorado Supreme Court ruling, Trump will remain on the ballot for the state's Republican primary. In a first ruling of its kind, the state Supreme Court ruled that Trump was disqualified from the office of president under the Constitution's 14th Amendment, which bars people who engaged in an insurrection from holding the office. And the case raises various novel legal questions, including whether the language applies to the office of the president. Quote, the drastic effects of the Colorado Supreme Court's decision on the 2024 primary election necessitates this court's immediate review, lawyers for the Colorado Republican Party said yesterday. If the ruling is not reversed, it will have an irreparable effect on the election process, they added. The United States Supreme Court could, if it chooses to, take up the case quickly and decide the matter in its current term, ladies and gentlemen, which ends in June. So ladies and gentlemen, this is where we're at. Now the Republicans in Colorado, they're saying, please, Supreme Court, once again, bail Donald Trump out because we don't want to deal with the aftermath of his supporters, because his supporters are going to lose it, right? And I said, you know what? This is another example of the Republican Party engaging in another act of treason. And listen up. This is why we're here. Had the Republican Party held Donald Trump accountable from day one, we wouldn't be in this situation, right? The first impeachment, you should have convicted his special behind, right? The first impeachment, you should have did it. We wouldn't be here. The second impeachment, you should have convicted his special behind. But you didn't. You gave him a lot of rope. Now he thinks he's a cowboy. And this is where we're at. So now we see them trying to give Donald Trump rope once again. Basically, trying to set this nation up for another Trump attack. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving the Republicans another round of booze and shame. They continue to allow Donald Trump to attack our country. All right? And then at the same time, they try to portray themselves as victims. You're not victims. You're liars. You're hypocrites and traitors. Let's give them some booze and shame. I see that we got some dissension in the comment section still. You must not have heard me when I spoke earlier, right? I said, if you don't like this live, go ahead and leave.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now.
Yeah.
Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
And I do mean that. I don't lose any sleep about MAGA. Nope. I sleep real good at night. People ask, do you feel bad because you put out you do these lives? They say, Zeus, your lives are full of hate. I said, no, they're not. You know what was hate? 4 years of Donald Trump. You know, actually 4 years of him as president. And then the remaining time while Biden is president, you got this terrorist Donald Trump hovering in the background with his supporters. That's the hell. That's the hate. Why can't he just go away? Why? He lost the election. He should have just went away. All right. But no, he's in the background terrorizing the United States of America, the entire world. Him and his supporters, they're threatening judges. I mean, and they sit on this app and they portray themselves as victims. Absolutely not. I refuse to allow a Trump supporter to be a victim in my lives. Absolutely not. You can go be a victim in those little ridiculous spaces you are in on this app. And when I go in there, I'm like a shark, right? Oh my God, Zeus is in the comments. And they start blocking me and stuff. Yeah. You don't want to see, you don't want to hear from me because I'm not buying it. All right. I know what trauma looks like. I'm an expert at it. And the Trump supporters, you all don't know what's going on because Donald Trump is taking over your mind. All right. You're not a victim. You're a real American. Well, if you're a Trump supporter, you're a victim. Trust me. And if you want to discuss it, I'm more than willing to do it. But the consultation fee is $250 an hour. And if you can afford it, I'll explain to you why you're a victim. Okay. Now let's move on to our next topic. Okay. They don't like me because I tell the truth. But I always say, I'd rather tell the truth and be realer than you than to be out here believing lies. House Republicans may have just given their majority away for Christmas, right? Don't you all want a little Christmas treat? Here we go. Republicans gave Democrats an amazing Christmas present going into the new year. Thanks to Republican incompetence, it is possible that Democrats may end 2024 with Speaker of the House Hakeem Jeffries, a Democrat from New York, as a direct result of bad Republican strategy and policy. House Republicans have done so much this year to send some Christmas cheer across the aisle by exiling one member and letting their former leader quit in the middle of his term, right? You know, we're talking about George Santos and Kevin McCarthy, right? Republicans have a slim majority and should have thought long and hard before giving away multiple seats. That political blunder might end up giving away the House Republican majority before the end of 2024. Wow. Republicans first present to Democrats this Christmas season. First present to Democrats this Christmas season was to give up one seat of their slim majority for no good reason. Most think that George Santos was on borrowed time as a member of the House of Representatives and was not going to be reelected for another term anyway. Yet, the party decided to toss away a seat early that likely will end up in Democrat hands as early as February. President Joe Biden won the Santos district by 8 points in 2020, so we can say with a degree of certainty that expelling Santos handed a seat over to the Democrats. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I'm talking about. MAGA failures, all right? They don't think. This is what their 8th grade education gets them. And so they're going to be gifting the Democrats, not just here, but I really do believe not just here, but in the 2024 election, in the general election, they're going to be giving us President Biden as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving the House Republicans what they rightfully deserve. Another round of booze and shame. Thank you, Daydream. Because guess what? All they had to do was do their job. But instead of doing their job, they're wasting the American taxpayers' money trying to impeach President Biden, trying to impeach Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden is not even in government. They're going to impeach him. They would rather do that than to deliver for the American people. Join me in giving them another round of booze and shame. Thank you for the subscription. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen. They don't like me because I tell the truth. But I'd rather do that and be realer than you. All right, let's keep it moving. We got to cruise through these next topics because I got to get through them all. These are all equally important. All right. Trump's stall tactic in federal court case, all right, opens a window for the Georgia trial. Where are all those who are cheering, because Jack Smith case, they're saying is paused, right? And they started cheering, all right? I got some bad news for you, MAGA. Where my girl at? Where my girl at? All right, where my girl at? All right, wait a second, okay?
Every individual charged in the indictment is charged with one count of violating Georgia's Racketeer, Influenced, and Corrupt Organizations Act.
Ooh.
Today, based on information developed by that investigation, a Fulton County grand jury returned a true bill of indictment.
Yeah. That voice right there, that's the voice of God through Fonnie Willis. That's a black woman, right? That's the voice of God. You believe in God, right? In the Bible they say God could make a rock talk to you. What you think he could do with a black woman's voice, MAGA? All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is God at work. Donald Trump's delayed tactics at the United States Supreme Court's decision and the United States Supreme Court's decision not to expedite a review of his immunity claims could potentially backfire in a couple of ways. The former president is hoping to stall his trials after the 2024 election. All right. And this is what they're saying. This could wind up hurting his candidacy at a crucial moment. Criminal trials during the general election cycle could be what they call the October surprise that hurts his campaign. Oh my gosh, especially with the late October conviction. Don't you like to say that? MAGA, say it with me. Say conviction. Conviction. Imagine going in there voting for Donald Trump with conviction on your mind. Not because you did something, but because Donald Trump just got convicted. There's not an American out here that can go in there and vote for Donald Trump without feeling guilty if they did, right? The former president has claimed immunity from federal prosecution in the election interference case, a claim the judge overseeing the trial, Judge Tanya Chutkan, another black woman, right, has clearly rejected. But Trump is now trying to appeal. And while the Supreme Court could decide to wait until an appellate court weighs in before considering the case, Georgia prosecutors could now make their move in their separate racketeering case. There are a number of reasons why it makes sense for the Georgia trial to go first, all right? A simplified trial, including Trump and his co-defendant, like campaign lawyers Rudy Giuliani and John Eastman, could take place before February to resolve the case before the election. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what we got to do. Oh my gosh, I'm starting to sweat up here. All right. Join me in giving Donald Trump another round of booze and shame, because he was trying to delay the inevitable only to set himself up to be right in the crossfires of the beautiful Fonnie Willis, which will ultimately lead to him and a lot of his co-defendants getting convicted. Let's give him some booze and shame. They don't like me. All right. Now let's go in a little bit of a different direction, all right? Listen, we're doing just fine on time. Don't worry. Don't worry. I got this all under control. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is alarming right here. This one right here is alarming. Joe Biden has blunt forward reply to Nikki Haley's viral Civil War dodge, right? You all saw this the other day, right? You all saw this nonsense, all right? For those of you who didn't see it, okay, this was the question Nikki Haley was asked with, all right? And you can see President Biden's response, right? Asked what caused the Civil War. Nikki Haley, she refused to answer the question. Do we got the audio? Let's see if we can get that.
Please, what was the cause of the United States Civil War?
Well, don't come with an easy question or anything. I mean, I think the cause of the Civil War was basically how government was going to run, the freedoms and what people could and couldn't do. What do you think the cause of the Civil War was? I'm sorry? I mean, I think it always comes down to the role of government. We need to have capitalism. We need to have economic freedom. We need to make sure that we do all things so that individuals have the liberties so that they can have freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom to do or be anything they want to be without government getting in the way. What do you want me to say about slavery? Next question.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you want me to say about slavery? Next question. Nikki Haley. Nasty Nikki Haley. I can't believe this. All right? This was one of the most difficult questions that you've had to answer. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so over Nasty Nikki. Not only will she pardon Donald Trump, because she said, she would if it came down to it. I remember she raised her hand. But now she's trying to erase history like Donald Trump declassified those documents with her mind. And she thinks we're all stupid. And we're not. Ladies and gentlemen, Nikki, this is a letdown because I really was hoping you would be the one candidate for the Republican Party that could actually do something meaningful. But you let Zeus down today, ladies and gentlemen. Join me in giving Nikki Haley a round of boos and shame because she should have said what President Biden said. It was about slavery. But for some strange reason, maybe it's because of South Carolina's 1860 declaration, all right, when they decided that they wanted to secede from the Union because they were saying that, they had beef with non-slave holding states. Maybe that's why, Nikki, but the fact that you refused to call it what it was shows me you will not be honest with the American people if it came down to it, because all you're going to do is what Donald Trump does. You're going to try to do whatever it takes to remain in power, even if it means lying to the American people like Trump did with COVID. Let's give Nikki Haley some boos and shame. You guys got to start telling the truth on the right at some point. And like I said earlier, if you don't like telling the truth, if you don't want to tell the truth, don't worry. You'll get smacked with it. That's how life works. All right. Now let's move on to our next topic. All right. All right. Oh, my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, it's the gift that keeps on giving. All right. Lauren Boebert to run in Colorado's 4th congressional district. Right now, this is a good story because we all know that Lauren Boebert was in the 3rd district, but there's warning signs that she's heard that's got her ready to pack her bags and leave. Is that what's going on? Let's see what we got here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what we got here. Hold on. Oh my God, sometimes oops.
Antics. Now, moments ago, Boebert is announcing that rather than seek re-election on the Western Slope, she is going to seek election to the Eastern Plains Congressional District, the 4th Congressional District, a slightly more conservative-leaning district than the one she's in. No, I know you're asking at home, do you have to live in the congressional district you represent? You do not. So Boebert is coming over the Continental Divide.
Today, I am announcing my candidacy for the 2024 Republican nomination to represent Colorado's 4th Congressional District in the United States House of Representatives. It's the right move for me personally, and it's the right decision for those who support our conservative movement.
So Boebert heads into a Republican primary where the winner is almost certainly to cruise to election in a heavily Republican district. It is a crowded field, but certainly nobody with the cash on hand or the name identification of a sitting congresswoman.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know what we got to do. Join me in giving Lauren Boebert what she deserves. She deserves another round of boos and shame because she has clearly proven that she can somehow go into a mainly conservative space, and she promotes that she's a conservative and magically turn it into a Democrat space, and she thinks that is winning, right? And it's not for her. She's winning for the Democrats, right? Join me in giving Miss Boebert another round of boos and shame, all right? Let's give it Shouldn't have went to Beetlejuice. That Beetlejuice will do that to you. You vaping in the movie theater and doing that Beetlejuice. That'll do it right there, all right? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got to move it along, all right? We're pressed for time, all right? And so we got a couple of more topics, all right, that I want to cover, and then we'll go straight to the boxes, all right? You know what I'll do? Let me see what I want to do. We'll go straight there. We'll go straight to the January 6th stuff, right? All right. Actually, you know what? I don't want to do that. We'll do that. I'll do this one. How about that? Let's see. I'll do something a little different, right? I'll do this. All right. This is some news for you Trump supporters that are obsessed with Vladimir Putin. All right. He ordered punishment for his Russian commanders after a Ukraine strike on the warship. All right, and so I tell these stories because a lot of these Trump supporters, they swear up and down life is better in Russia. Life is better if we got along with Russia. They swear this, but I want to show you what really goes down when you live under a dictator. Vladimir Putin is thought to be completely furious at the sinking of one of Russia's major warships in a Boxing Day attack by Ukraine. The president has even ordered commanders to the front line as punishment for failing to stop the assault. Ukrainian partisan groups said Putin is completely furious over the destruction of the large landing ship, and an order was issued to punish the Crimean Air Defense Forces. It is expected that many commanders will be removed and sent to the front line to participate in assault groups. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a good example of what a dictator will do. If you don't make them happy, bye-bye. And this is what Donald Trump and his supporters are begging for here in the United States of America. This is what they're trying to do to us, and we're not going to allow them to do it, all right? So, ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving these Trump supporters another round of boos and shame, because they don't understand what living under a dictator is really like, but they continue to beg for it each and every single day like some idiots. Let's give them some boos and shame. All right, now you've had your warning. I'm covering the January 6th part of the show. You know what I do over here, ladies and gentlemen. We cover what's happening with those seditionist, treasonous traitors who decided to attack our capital on January 6th, all right? And with that comes accountability. So if you don't want to be held accountable, you don't want to hear this part of the show, I say to you, now is your opportunity to leave this live, because it might trigger you, but that's okay. I won't be offended. You don't need to send me any messages. Just go on. I get it. It's like I've been saying all throughout this show.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, If you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Yeah, so if you're in this live after that, that's on you. You had your warning. You had it. If this is a part of the show I take serious than a heart attack. I take this part very serious, because this is the conduct that is continuing to cause harm to this nation right here. And I'm so glad that our Department of Justice is committed to holding these traitors accountable. A January 6th rioter who assaulted police officers at the United States Capitol with chemical spray and used a megaphone to command fellow rioters to seize officers' guns. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Received a reduced sentence for a surprising reason. He got a reduced sentence. Look at this traitor. The rioter, Samuel Lazar, has assisted prosecutors with cases against other Capitol rioters. So I get it now. This is why they keep saying it was the FBI there. Because a lot of the Trump supporters have become snitches, all right? Because they don't want to spend all that time in prison, right? So now they're telling on each other, right? And I've been telling you, there's no honor amongst thieves. And all you Trump supporters are thieves. You try to steal the votes from the American people. All right. So he's assisting the prosecutors, all right, with other cases against other Capitol rioters, all right, as well as a fellow federal criminal defendant charged in a murder case. Wow. He's bending over backwards for the DOJ. So he's helping get January 6ers convicted, and he's also helping the government solve a murder case somewhere else, right? He was sentenced at a closed proceeding in March after he after having pled guilty to assaulting, resisting, or impeding certain officers with a dangerous weapon. And he was sentenced to 2.5 years or 30 months in prison. He was arrested in July of 2021 and ordered detained until trial. Bureau of Prison Records showed he was released from custody this September because he had made a secret agreement with the Justice Department. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. This is a disgusting story of a Trump supporter right here. This is a disgusting situation. Not only did he attack our Capitol, snitched on his friends, and helped out with a criminal case, but he got a reduced sentence because of all of that. So, you know what? We are a country of law and order, so it is what it is. But I want this to be an example to all of you Trump supporters. When you get out here and you say it was the FBI, go back to this case of Samuel Lazar and understand he was a Trump supporter like you who decided to cooperate with the DOJ and rat on all of you to save his rear end. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving nasty Samuel Lazar, flip-flop flipper, rat, traitor, a round of booze and shame. All right, let's give it to him. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, there's more. I got to do another one. Here we go. If you think that story I just told you was weird, this story right here is even more strange, all right? And here we go. Proud Boy Christopher Worrell, who disappeared after January 6th conviction, allegedly he faked an overdose to delay sentencing. This is what I'm saying, the MAGA brain. You ever seen that commercial, This Is Your Brain on Drugs? This was a commercial that they did in the 80s, right? This is your brain on drugs. And they put an egg in and it's so funny, they put eggs in the skillet to show it. That's the MAGA mind. That's the MAGA mind right there. It's the egg in the skillet. All right? And they don't even scramble it. They just put it in there. That's the MAGA mind. They come up with the most ridiculous plans. And when you step back and look at it from the outside, you're like, who thought of this? Oh, a Trump supporter. Never mind. 8th grade education, right? Here we go. The Proud Boy who vanished after he was convicted of storming the Capitol of the United States on January 6th allegedly faked an overdose to delay sentencing, according to a new filing. Federal prosecutors are now looking to hit Christopher Worrell, 52 years old. Let's see what he looks like over here, ladies and gentlemen. There he is. 52 years dumb, with an even heftier punishment after he allegedly concocted the medical emergency to avoid the up to 14 years sentence he was facing for spraying pepper spray gel on police officers during the mob invasion. Worrell fled supervision prior to sentencing, triggering a manhunt. He apparently had no intention of ever turning himself in. Worrell was recaptured, however, when he attempted to covertly return to his residence. Worrell then faked a drug overdose prior to his arrest and maintained that lie during a 5-day hospital stay, wasting the time and money of both medical staff and the Collier County Sheriff's Office, which provided deputies to watch Worrell 24/7 in a non-secure hospital location and was left to foot the bill for his unnecessary medical care. Prosecutors, ladies and gentlemen, look at him right here. Look at this traitor right here. Prosecutors asked the judge to consider new aggravating facts that have cropped up since Worrell was convicted in May of 2023 of 7 felonies, including obstructing an official proceeding of Congress, civil disorder, assaulting officers, using a dangerous weapon. The extremist group member who has been on house arrest, cut off his GPS ankle monitor in a Walmart parking lot on August 14th, just 4 days before he was set to learn the fate of the alleged crimes. And look at this, ladies and gentlemen. This is him right here. Look at him in the hospital. You can't see it, all right? You can't see it, all right? So, with this being said, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we must give these Trump supporters what they rightfully deserve. Let's give this let's give this proud boy Christopher Worrell a round of boos and shame because he allowed himself to be a vassal of transgression for Donald Trump, went to the Capitol on January 6th, assaulted law enforcement, attacked our Capitol, and tried to evade justice by popping some pills. He must have been listening to that one song Future has, right? Molly Percocet. He must have been popping some perks and decided he was going to take himself out because he didn't want to do the time, even though he did the crime. Let's give him some boos and shame. All right, and because we have two for the price of one today, right? We got Lazar and Worrell, two January 6th traitors. Let's send them off the old-fashioned way.
I'd like to begin by addressing the heinous attack on the United States Capitol. Like all Americans, I am outraged by the violence, lawlessness, and mayhem. I immediately deployed the National Guard and federal law enforcement to secure the building and expel the intruders. America is and must always be a nation of law and order. The demonstrators who infiltrated the Capitol have defiled the seat of American democracy. To those who engaged in the acts of violence and destruction, you do not represent our country. And to those who broke the law, you will pay.
You heard exactly what he said. You do not represent our country. You broke the law. You engaged in those heinous acts of violence. He summoned the National Guard. He didn't say Nancy Pelosi summoned the National Guard. He, on tape, just said he summoned the National Guard. And that's right after he summoned your crazy behinds to the Capitol. You got played. You got played. 14 years in jail, prison. That was an honor. That was a badge. That's the ultimate MAGA reward. And what did your special behinds do? One of you decided you're going to go ahead and cooperate with the DOJ and rat your friends out. Yeah, now all of a sudden you want to work with law enforcement after you tried to attack them. And then the other one, he going to cut his ankle monitor off and try to overdose and failed at overdosing too. You both deserve everything you got. If it was up to me, like I've been saying, you know what I would do. First of all, I would strip you of all your rights to vote. Nope. Not allowed to ever vote again. And they probably won't be. Number two, Elon. You got any of those SpaceX rockets? You know, the ones that keep blowing up every time he tries to launch them? Listen, I don't care if it ain't ready to get, have people in it. Listen, I got some brave souls that would love to go to Mars. Yeah. Because I told them that if they go to Mars and come back, they can have dinner with Donald Trump and get a piece of his suit. All right? Both suits that he wears. Right? So they're willing to get. I put all of you traitors right in one of Elon Musk's SpaceX rockets and say, you know what? To hell with it. Let them go. And I watch 3, 2, 1. And it take off. I go on, eat me a nice little steak dinner paid for by Snuggles, right? Ain't nobody worried about you. Let them go to Mars. If it was up to me, that's what I would do. I mean, that's nicer than what Vladimir Putin is doing, right? Vladimir Putin, he'd put you on the front line and tell you, do what you got to do, but you ain't coming back. Or worse, he'd give you a bag of carrots and some onions, right? You don't deserve to be here in the United States, MAGA. You don't deserve to have any benefits of the United States government. These Trump supporters, they get out here. Zeus, do you trust the government? Zeus, the same government that got these airplanes in the air, making sure folks don't fall out of the sky. That government, the ones that are helping make sure our highways are safe and secure. Yeah, the same government that's giving people affordable access to health care. The same government that's protecting us from our enemies, foreign and domestic. Are you asking me, do I trust them? Well, listen, are they perfect? No, but I'm no fool. I'm not a fool now. You are. You don't trust our government. Pick a country of your choice, MAGA, and go there. Go to that country, all right? And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, let's open up these boxes and hear from those of you who are brave enough to get in the box and tell the truth, right? I told you, they don't like me. And you know what? I don't care if folks don't like me, especially on the right, because I know what they stand for, right? And when you know what these folks stand for, it makes sense. I can't be around folks that act like sheep. I can't. I can't be around folks that can't think for themselves. I can't be around folks. Hold on. Why can't I open up these boxes? TikTok got a glitch going on, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, here we go. We're getting some progress. I can't be around sheep. I can't be around liars, hypocrites. I can't do it, ladies and gentlemen. You know why? Because you are the company you keep, they say, right? And so on that note, ladies and gentlemen, the box has been open. And only those who want to engage in telling the truth and shaming the devil, all right? Let's get it going. All right? All right? Now, who do we have first, ladies and gentlemen? Who do we got first? Oh, my gosh. Snuggles, cut it out. Snuggles, cut it out. Snuggles, do you want to apologize, Snuggles? Seriously, go ahead, put it in the chat, right? I know where you stand. Unless you want to get in here and apologize for some of your MAGA behavior, Snuggles. I gotta caution you. All right, like I tell a lot of the folks on the right, right? And this is really, they say, Zeus, why don't you let opposition in the box? I said, well, first of all, I do. Especially folks that never have met me. They are always allowed to come in. I ask you some questions, then I hear from you. You get 3 minutes, right? But here's the thing. I don't want to argue about things that are true, all right? And everything that we're talking about is true. It's non-debatable, all right? And so if you're willing to actually hear me out, fine. But most of the time, these Trump supporters, they got an agenda, all right? They're trying to spread their lies. They're trying to spread their missing. I know it. I'm trained at what I do, all right? Good morning.
What's going on, Zeus? Good morning, sir. How are you?
All right. This is Shorty. Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing amazing, sir.
All right. All right. This is your first time on the show?
I think I've been on your show a long time ago.
Let me see if I'm following you, all right? I'm not following you, so I got to ask the questions that matter. All right.
Ask away, bro.
All right. First question. In your opinion, was the 2020 election stolen by President Biden?
Not him, but it was stolen. A lot of people had involved in it. A lot of people.
You got that wrong. Next question. Next question. All right. The guest has already gone offline. Wait a second. Where did he go? I guess he dropped. You see what I'm saying, Snuggles? You don't want to get in here and start lying. It's not really good. I don't know what happened, but the connection must have dropped or something, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God. This is what they do. Let's bring up our next panelist, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, Miss Poetivity.
Thanks for having me up.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I had a great Christmas. Did you have a great Christmas?
Oh, I did. Did you do anything special that you want to share with us, perhaps?
Well, we don't buy Christmas presents anymore. We just rent a cabin in the woods, and all the kids come up, and I cook for them for 3 days, and we play games, and we spend time together, which
Oh,
is the most important thing. And it was wonderful this year. It was just really sweet. Grandkids were a lot of fun, and I just had fun. So it
oh
was
wow,
great.
oh wow, oh wow. Wow, wow. Sounds like did you eat good?
Oh yeah, I made prime rib one night, and I made lasagna another night, and I made just chicken one night, and of course the first night we get there, it's always pizza because it just needs to be fast.
Right.
So yeah, it was fun, and every morning I cook a big breakfast, and my kids get to feel like they're kids again. So it was nice. Yeah.
Wow, wow, wow. Well, listen, that is awesome and that's amazing, all right? And it sounds like you're in a good mood.
Yeah, I'm in a good mood. But I am a little bit confused though. I mean, here we have this person who is indicted on criminal charges, and some people are pushing for a criminal to be president. I mean, what do we want to do? Do we want to fill our government with criminals? Is that what they want to do? I mean, criminals are criminals for a reason. They rip you off, and Trump has shown every time he has access to taxpayer money, he's gonna like put it in his own pocket as much as he possibly can. Like
Bingo.
he's a
They're,
con man,
they're not
and
you going. They're not politically motivated charges.
they're not politically motivated. If he wasn't running for president, the charges would still be there. He would just not be able to say, "Oh, they're ruining my campaign." You know,
Yeah.
it's crazy. Like he's campaigning in the middle of his charges. We're not racking up charges in the middle of his campaign. It's stupid. Like
Tell them.
yeah.
Tell them. But they believe everything that Donald Trump says, and that's kind of the issue, right?
Yeah. The issue to me is that this man who's been convicted of being a rapist, this man who's been convicted of being a fraud, this man who in all of his history has shown that he loves to rip people off, pocket his own money. I mean, he paid $750 in taxes to the United States where he lives, you know, and he drives, his cars go on the road too.
Right.
He gets access to the internet too. He gets all this stuff. I mean, $750 a year, that's crazy. And
he paid that to what country?
he paid that to our country. Like that's all Donald Trump contributed to his society was $750 a year. That's
Yes.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I mean, everybody gets two paychecks. Everybody gets the paycheck they get to bring home, and the paycheck they pay for the society that they live in.
Tell them.
And I'm proud to pay more
Good morning.
to my society. I'm proud to contribute more. And if it can make people comfortable, if it can make everybody be able to pursue their dreams and build their dream life, then I'm happy for that. And yet everybody's saying on the right, they're saying taxes are like some theft or something. No, it's not. It pays for the society that you live in.
Tell them.
And you should be proud of your contribution. Anyway, it's crazy what they do, and I don't understand it. Like, what do they? Oh, if Trump gets in, every single criminal in the United States is going to think, "Oh, I want that immunity too."
Bingo.
So they're all going to run for office. It's
Bingo.
going to at every level we're going to have criminals running for office, and we need to say no criminals in office ever, and hold people accountable for the crimes that they committed.
Amen. Amen. Tell him, Poetivity. Thank you. No
anyway.
lies detected. She's not lying. Well, listen, I have to give you. I thank you for having the courage and conviction to get in the box and tell the truth. All right.
Well, thanks for having me up. I really appreciate it. I love your show.
Thank you.
And I will see you later.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Poetivity a round of applause. All right. No lies detected. Now listen up. That last guy, Shorty, he was blocked. So I'm going to ask my mods, please listen up. I love you all very dearly. Please don't block people when I bring them up in the box. If we have to have a tough conversation, I'm more than willing to do it. All right, and okay. I know what I'm doing. All right, and part of this is you gotta trust Zeus to run what he's doing. I don't like it when people try to take what is it? Try to run the platform, all right? I get it that a lot of you might have personal vendettas with some of these folks outside of my live, but I work really hard at what I do, and I'm trying to make a point when I do what I do, all right? And that's just something I'm asking very kindly. And if not, I guess I might have to take away some of the mod powers and just leave it so that you can only mute. I mean, I would hate to do these things, but the only time we should block someone on this platform is if they're spamming the chat with some of the, those Russian bots, all right? But if I'm talking to somebody and I'm getting into my bag and I'm ready to engage, and then you block them and take them out of the live, you've just robbed Zeus of a nice experience. It was a nice opportunity, all right? And I understand that. And so we'll get it right. We'll get it right. I don't know who it was. I'm just making a blanket statement, all right? It's very important to me that you listen to what I'm asking you to do, all right? So with that being said, misinformation, I'll deal with people in the box, all right? I will do that. I understand a lot of you are very protective of me, all right? I really do understand that, but again, this is bigger than you. This is bigger than me. A lot of people are listening to these conversations, and some people, this is their first time hearing somebody challenging some of the information that we're talking about on social media, all right? And so I want you to always keep that in mind. That's why I strive to keep it professional and clean, right? Because while it's 500 plus people here, a lot of people do go back and rewatch these videos, all right? And they do complain to me when what happened, why didn't this person get their point across? You only, and so trust me when I say this to you. There's nothing a Trump supporter can say to me that's going to change my mind. Trust me, I got this. There's nothing. I do have a lot more tolerance and I do have a lot more patience than most people do, but there's a method to that, and I need you to really trust Zeus to do what he's doing, all right? I've been doing this for quite a while, all right? And you know the rules, right? When I go into other people's spaces, I follow their rules. There's a lot of folks who run their lives in ways I would never do. But I do believe that the host can run the show the way that they want to. So again, to my mods that I love so dearly, you're the best mods. Please, if you want to help get this message out to millions of people, millions of folks, we have to allow folks who don't agree with us to express themselves. And as long as they're not breaking the community guidelines, it is what it is. It is what it is. And I'll be honest with you. There's some folks on the right who I go into their lives, and out of the respect for what I'm doing, they won't allow their mods to do what they're doing to me. And if any of you are blocked, I do have the ability in some cases to say, hey, unblock these people. And so I just want to make sure I'm putting that out there. And actually, and you know what I got to say, thank you for doing it, because you've opened up the opportunity to at least have this conversation and get this out here. If you are serious about, if you're serious about growing your platform, right? I'm giving free game right now, and then I'll go back to the box. If you're really serious about growing your platform, if you're really serious about getting your message out here, this is a app. This app allows for what I call community building. You're building a community, all right, on this platform, and it's very important you think about the bigger picture and not so much about yourself. That's how I've been able to get to where I'm at, to be quite honest. And so I just wanted to make sure we all knew that. Dark IT Lady, thank you for the subscription, all right? And again, no love lost, no love lost. Listen, I play sports all the time, and sometimes you got to call a foul and then, review the play and go, okay, that's not acceptable, and then you get back in the game and keep playing, all right? Good morning, Night.
Listen, dude, you got a lot of stuff to talk about today. This is an information-packed live this morning.
Right, it is, right?
It is. So I do want to say this to the MAGA that's complaining about Donald Trump. Y'all should be very angry. I will agree with you. Y'all should be very angry with the DOJ.
Why?
Why? Because how many people from J6 have been arrested and have been
Oh, time's
reprimanded?
up, Nutty. Time's up. I'm just
I
kidding.
know, right? And have been reprimanded and until their trial.
Right.
But yet Donald Trump has 4 indictments, 91 felony charges, and is
Right.
still walking around like Donald Duck.
Mm.
So y'all do have the right to be angry.
Right.
Y'all do have the right to say there are two types of justice in this country because we're seeing it with our own eyes.
Right.
Like the gentleman that he just talked about that got out of jail early,
Yeah.
you know,
And he started
why?
cooperating. He started
And so,
cooperating and
and that's
snitching.
and that's another thing, MAGA. Your own people is not even staying with you because they throwing you under the bus for
Bingo.
their own butts.
Mm.
Now, granted. Listen, if I was that dumb enough to go into the Capitol, I'd do the same thing. I'd do the same thing. Let's just be
Right.
real. Let's
Right.
be real. We all will. We would save our own butts, you know. So I ain't mad at him for saving his own butt. What
Right.
I'm mad at him about is doing it in the first place, and the
Mm.
fact that he has information about a potential murder or unaliving, excuse me, that he's helping the DOJ with.
Right.
That's pretty scary, y'all.
Yeah.
What type of person are we dealing with now?
Somebody who's real deep in the trenches of MAGAville. Right. There's trenches.
Absolutely.
Right. They know all the crime that is going on. Like there's crime in MAGAville. Lots of it.
Well, they are the harbingers of crime.
Mm.
We see this, but here's another thing.
Right.
I don't understand how y'all can consistently come into this live and complain, say that it's misinformation, say that Zeus is this, that, and the others, but yet every single day you come back. That's self-deprecating. Like here's the deal. Here's the deal. When I scroll through and I'm
Mm-hmm.
sitting in the live and they're saying something that I absolutely do not agree with, that I don't like, guess what? I don't stay.
Right.
I scroll right along.
Why?
Like
Why don't you stay, Nutty? Because I've gone to those lives, and and it's the same thing, right? It's like,
I don't.
okay, you're lying, and I'm not learning anything. So why
Yeah, I
stay?
don't stay because what's the point? What's the point in staying when your point is not gonna get it's not gonna get across to them?
Mm,
I'm not gonna give them an opportunity to trauma dump on me.
right,
So I'm protecting my own peace.
right, right. Well,
So
that's a good point, Nutty. I think they know where the truth is. They come here because they know where they're at right now. They're being lied to and misled, right? They know
well,
deep down inside
yeah.
that's what's going on. Proof.
So here's my thing with y'all. Here's my thing with y'all. You all have no credibility. Zero credibility. Because I see the comments. I
Right.
read the comments. There's a lot of things that Zeus don't see because it's scrolling by way too fast. You all are triggered beyond belief, but yet y'all keep coming back to be triggered some more. Y'all got self-deprecation on
Good
lock.
morning. Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all got Stockholm syndrome. Y'all got everything. And one more thing for you, Zeus.
Give it to him.
You have triggered these folks so much by comparing God to a black woman. It's hilarious. Keep doing it because their collective peons as a brain,
Yeah.
they're exploding right now into walnuts.
Really? When I said that about Fonnie Willis having the
Yes,
voice.
sir. Yes, sir. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about the black woman that really triggers these people.
Oh,
They,
they got a problem with black women now.
but yet they keep calling for the impeachment of Joe Biden. And
Mm,
guess what? Y'all listen, I like Joe Biden because I think Joe Biden has done a good job. But you know
right.
what? Impeach him. Who cares? Then we get Kamala. Then your raggedy tails will really be up a creek without the paddle.
Oh my God, you're totally right.
So
You're
go
right.
ahead. Impeach Joe. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
America's still gonna survive because America does survive with a black woman in charge.
Black women been saving this country since the beginning of time,
Facts.
right?
Facts.
We've
And
been telling them this.
I wish us black men would stand up more.
Right.
But you know what, black women? Keep doing the damn thing.
Hey!
Keep doing it. We love that. Keep doing it. Because you all have single-handedly saved democracy time and time and time again.
Think about the Underground Railroad. Remember that?
Absolutely. And furthermore, Harriet Tubman, she didn't carry that pew-pew for the white man. She didn't carry it for the white man.
What she carry it for?
She carried it for the Uncle Ruckuses out there. So let that be your message.
Let that sink in.
Because they won't get it.
Yeah.
They won't get it. But with that being said, thank you for letting me up. I heard my bell, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Nutty Professor. No lies detected. Listen, you're right, Nutty. Listen, a lot of these Trump supporters, I know they only got an 8th grade education. The information that we're sharing, they'll say, oh, well, it's funny. But they low key, they sitting back learning and they're taking notes. We do a good job over here keeping it entertaining for they behind, but we are dropping a lot of truth that's overwhelming their MAGA minds, and they have no choice but to go back to the camps that they were in and report out on what we talked about. It's like what I call rat poison. You know what they say rat poison is? It's 1% food, 1% poison, and then it's 99% food, right? It just take a little bit. So that's what I do. I cook this live up. I put some truth in here for them, and then they take it back. They think it's entertainment. They take it back, but no, they taking back facts. All right, they're taking back facts. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Good morning, DJ. I see you, my brother. I hope you listened to that track I sent you. All right, I was cooking on that thing. Good morning, Beauty of Enigma. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm all right. Just another day in the kingdom, tending to the affairs that matter.
I love listening to you.
Oh, really? Well, thank you. That's such a humbling, but I'm grateful for that comment. All right, and I'm glad that you're here and you had the courage to get in the box. All right.
Oh yeah, I wanted to. I requested the other day, and I think you were getting ready to hop off your live, so I didn't get a chance to make it.
Okay, yeah. It does happen like that.
Yeah. So here's the thing that I wanted to bring, and that I wanted to address. One of the things, when I speak to a Trump supporter, I ask them one simple question.
What's that?
And it always stumps them. And that question is, do you honestly believe that if Trump had not invited that crowd on January 6th, would that have ever happened at all as far as the Capitol getting attacked? And they stutter. Because they know. If people were truly upset that this election was stolen, they would have thrown up their arms and did what they did right directly after the election.
Boom!
And that is it. So what I will tell you, Trump supporters that are in the chat, still screaming your MAGA and Trump 2024. Yeah, 2024 years in prison is what I'd like to see.
We'll see it. Keep going, Beauty. You're on fire. Keep on cooking those MAGA minds.
But what I would like to iterate is the fact that, if you had somebody, say you were a corporate billionaire, you owned a successful company, and you needed somebody that knew his stuff or her stuff to come in and run an important financial division of your company.
Right.
Now, let's put politics aside for a minute, whether it be a man or a woman, they come in for this interview, and during this interview process, this CEO's assistant walks in with the person's background.
Right.
And what are they looking at? They're looking at 4 pending indictments, 91 federal charges, already had a prior conviction of fraud that he bought his way out of, the essay assault, the university nonsense, and 6 bankruptcies.
Oh, yeah. We got his resume, and we're looking at all of that. We're comparing it against his background check, and it's basically his background check came back red, right?
Right. Who in their right mind would hire that person? Nobody. That CEO would actually probably call security and have them escorted off the premises.
No lies detected, Beauty. You're spot on.
So why would you turn around and give someone like that the most important job in this country? We all know that's the truth. We all know that if you were, I don't care if you're on the blue, on the red, it doesn't matter. You and I both know that if you are a true Republican, even if you like Trump, if you had that kind of successful business where lots of money was going to be held accountable to somebody else, you would never put somebody like with Trump's record into that.
Bingo. Well stated. And I'm so glad you are putting it out there like that and making it crystal clear for his audience to understand why he doesn't deserve to be in the White House. None of these folks, like you said, would bring such an individual into their business and say, you take the keys to the kingdom. None of them would do that.
And right. And I want to say one other thing before I let you go, because I know you probably have a few people waiting. Mm-hmm. I want you Trump supporters, because I hear it time and time and time again. In fact, you had somebody up earlier that was, saying that, the election was he considered it stolen. Let me explain something to you all. Trump took $200 million of your money.
Wow. Cook those MAGA.
Called Stop the Steal. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? Stop the Steal? Because I sure do. Mm-hmm. He took $200 million of your money, and here we are, 3 years later? Show me one court case that man has won. None. As a matter of fact, out of all the interviews this man has done, tell me one time. His favorite words are, if you look at. It's all he ever says. Go back and listen to the guy. If you look at. Look at what? You've had gazillion interviews and you've not brought one thing to show anybody anything.
Wow.
So in future, Zeus, I want you to do me a favor. Any Trump supporter that comes up, ask them that question. Jot it down so you remember. Okay. Ask them, in their honest opinion, would January 6th would have ever happened if Trump hadn't invited that crowd down there to trash that Capitol?
You got it. I will.
And watch him stutter.
I'm pretty sure we have a couple of MAGA demons in here right now that are reasoning within their hearts right now about the answer to that question, all right? You know how those demons do, right?
Right, and we need to stop, and I do have one more quick final thing to say. Y'all need to stop. You all need to wake up. You've heard Trump say it out of his own mouth that all of this prosecution stuff going on, he says that it's all political, that they're coming after him and that it's political, that he's going to fight, he's doing it for you, but then turns around and tweets about how he's being attacked. The guy can't even, he blames even the fact that he's going through it on his own supporters. Well, Bingo. It's my fault. I'm running again, but I got to go through it because, it's all political, but I'm going to blame you for what I'm enduring. Think about that.
Exactly. Well, listen, Beauty, I appreciate you, all right? And we're going to move it along, all right? But thank you so much for having the courage and conviction to get in the box and tell the truth, all right?
Vote blue, baby. Vote blue.
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Beauty a round of applause. No lies detected. Oh, my God. Yes, Vegas, I saw your comment. You said demons. You're right. I do refer to them as demons. In the Bible, there was a part where, the scribes and the Pharisees, they tried to confront Jesus, right? And this is when they had the demon in them. And he said, tell me, was the Son of God, was he sent by God? Was Jesus sent by God, or was he sent by man? And then they started to reason within themselves. They started to come up with a different answer. Well, if we say he was of God, then he's going to say, well, why aren't you listening to me? And if we say of man, the people are going to get mad. So you know what they did? They went, well, we don't know. That's what they do. That's what the demon does. That's what the demon does. It tries to outsmart you when you ask simple questions because they reason within themselves. All right? This is real. This is real. And there is a MAGA demon. Look this up. There's a MAGA demon out here that when you give them hardcore facts, irrefutable information, the correct answer, right? And we saw this with Nikki Haley. What was the Civil War about? The MAGA demon in her wouldn't allow her to be honest. What did she do? Well, if I say it was about slavery, then, oh my God, there's going to be consequences. And if I deny it was about slavery, then we're going to have some smoke on that side. So let me do something that's going to really make them think. Well, it was about capitalism. Are you kidding me, Nikki Haley? Cut it out. Cut it out. Yeah. That's that MAGA demon for you. That is. Listen, I'm not new to this. I am true to this. Good morning, Z-Pac. Every single thing I'm doing in this live, it's because I have the experience and I know exactly what I'm doing to make sure these folks are held accountable, all right? And like I've been saying to anybody, right?
If you're not happy here, then you can leave.
Oh, I'm toxic this morning. I can't believe it, all right? Oh, we got DJ, all right. Good morning, DJ. How are you doing, brother? Nice to see you in the kingdom this bright and early. All right, how you doing, bro?
Yo, I just want to come in and say, number one, don't just talk about it, be about it.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm talking about.
That's a line. That's a line for your behind.
I am soaring higher than an eagle. I like that. While the MAGA demons are low on the ground, walking around like a beagle, right?
Oh! Those are bars. Hit them with them.
Oh, wait. Is this a repeat of last night? Oh, we need heaven up here for that. We need heaven up for that.
Oh, last night was
Boss
epic.
Diva, sorry you missed out. You missed out, Boss Diva.
Oh, my God.
No, dude, I was freeing it up.
Yeah.
But I came back. I was going to take a break, but you know what? I said, I had a dream. You inspired me last night. So I don't want to deflect from your topic, but you did mention it. You just mentioned it before you brought a few people up about why you're going to give free advice on how to build that platform.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dreams do come true.
Yeah. I'm here to be kind of, I tell people all the time, don't just look at what I'm doing and be upset about it, right? If you see I'm doing something and you think you can do it better, by all means, please go and do it. I'm here to be a beacon of inspiration out here for you folks, right?
Agreed.
That's how this works.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I just want to, because it's easier for me to, hey, Boss Diva, thank you. Heaven,
Boss
thank
Diva, that's my dog.
Oh, she missed out last night.
I know, but we gonna get her.
The show must go on Friday.
Yeah.
I just want to, put a little
Danger.
humor into that, because some of these people out here, they take the truth too serious, which you should. You know what I mean? You do the reverse. So, and to everyone out there, opinions are opinions. Truth is truth. There's no denying it.
Bingo.
Vote blue.
Yeah.
And don't be a sheep.
Tell them, DJ. Yeah. There's a lot of sheep out here, right? I mean, they struggle to just accept truth. Isn't that interesting? Hello, Buff Dickles.
Yeah, it is. And you know what? I appreciate the coins, but I don't need it. But when I'm through with this, I don't know if I'll throw you a Zeus today. I might. I don't know.
Well, you don't have to, brother. Listen, I do this for the strength.
No, I'm gonna save it for heaven. I'm saving that for heaven.
Thank you. Heaven needs it.
Yeah.
All
I'm
right.
your private dancer.
Did Heaven dance yesterday? Did he do it? Cause I crashed out. I mean, not literally, but
No,
I did. I did.
Evan said he's waiting on Boss Diva, so
Oh, okay,
you
okay, okay,
know.
okay. Well, then we gonna get it.
So when Boss Diva comes by Friday, we will save a spot,
Okay, I'll be
and
there. I'll be there.
it'll be showtime. Hey, seriously, I just came up to get a little distraction from the from the political. Add some
Okay.
humor in there.
All
Relax
right.
a little people there in your comments. Calm down. Take a breath. Eat some cereal.
Yes.
Get some Wheaties. And
Mm-hmm.
you know what?
What's that?
Oatmeal raisin cookies. Thank you.
I love oatmeal raisin cookies. All right. Well, listen up, brother DJ. As always, thank you for having the courage to get in the box and tell the truth. All right.
Always, always, brother. We'll see you later, man. I'll work on that track for you tonight too.
Right. All right.
All right.
All right. All right. All right. Awesome. I can't wait to hear it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give DJ a round of applause. DJ Craze MC. No lies protected. Oh my gosh, the phone is blowing up. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. We're over there cooking up, some tracks together. That's what happens when you get inspired by the gods. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring up our next panelist, the beautiful Miss Boss Diva. DJ, thank you.
So cute. I love those things.
Yeah. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you? Well, I already know how you are. You're looking good, and I'm sure you're smelling good. I know you don't smell nothing like Trump, right?
Nope, absolutely not. I smell too clean. I'm over here. You know what I'm saying? I keep it saucy. You know what I'm saying? All right.
Yeah, that's funny. I just thought I'd throw that in there. Anyway,
Yeah.
I really love Nutty Professor. You know what I mean? I got so much love for him. I'm just gonna have to say he was cooking like fish grease. You know what I mean?
All right, we'll let Nutty get some.
See, he just got just a little bit more handsome.
Okay.
For Boss Diva.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
I agree, and I don't even go that way.
Yeah, he got more, rooted and planted in my heart. You know what I mean? Because he really brought it. When you say you gotta show some love for the black woman. Understand that is the origin of everyone. Okay? Motherland, and we are the mother of the land.
Bingo.
So, I love the way he came up here and brought the fire on that,
Amen. Thank you.
So yeah, hopefully that's an inspiration for, all our black kings out there to let y'all know, hey, we've been holding it down, y'all. We've been holding it down.
Amen.
But don't come in here and, and step on our neck and, make us, just feel like we haven't made any kind of accomplishments.
We won't allow such a thing to occur. All right.
Absolutely, and that's what brings me to my next point. See, it's a Zeus, that allows our black women voices to come up on his platform, no matter what time he's on, to share our voices in this matter, because we definitely have a say. And shout out Union Gang. Yep. Union Gang all day, every day, because he's another one that makes sure that black women voices are always heard.
Black women voices save lives. You know how many times my mom's voice pops up in my head?
Okay, mine too.
It stay there.
Right? Yeah, it sticks with you, and it should, as it should,
And they saving this country every step of the way. I looked up throughout all of American history, there's always black women in the background working humbly and effectively. And I said, wow,
absolutely.
This is one of the untold stories that go on in this country while they sit back and try to demonize us.
Absolutely. And, just to bring the awareness of all of our accomplishments and contributions, throughout history, from the very inception, even from chattel slavery all the way up to now. For Nikki Haley to not want to acknowledge it, it blows my mind. This chick is not even of a Caucasian ethnicity,
right?
But yet and still, she's definitely oppressed too in this country. She don't even realize that. Like, she is not checking the boxes that the Constitution really was originated from.
Right.
You know what I mean? We got the YT straight Christian rich male.
Tell him, Boss Diva. But
Right.
why do you think she couldn't just admit it was slavery? That just, to me, it was so
Because all
disturbing.
she care about is trying to grasp that power. She wants the power and she want to fit in. It's like get in, Too Short say, get in where you fit in, fool,
Oh, yeah.
So that's pretty much what she wants. She's trying to, rub
Good morning.
elbows and get in there, and she thinks she got a shot at it. She really does. You know what I mean? She thinking that Donald Trump is probably not, well, she don't realize he will be the nominee, but she really does in her mind think that she's not. So she's going to beat him somehow in these primaries, and she's going to be running. I mean, she really does think that she's aspiring, and you know how it is when you set a goal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You just go for the gusto, and she don't care who next she step on to get there.
Right.
So exactly. So you know what I mean? This is just weird, man. But I love Nutty Professor for coming up here and cooking, and representing and putting our power in the forefront.
Amen.
Thank you, Nutty. We love you very much for that.
We do, and hopefully he keeps doing that. All right, stick to doing what he's good at doing.
Instead of trying to challenge your answers, huh?
Bingo. All right,
we all know Zeus is the most handsome, the most humble, and the most
honest,
most hardworking. Absolutely.
Oh, you threw another H.
Throw that in there, man.
Yeah, thank you.
It's like four H's. We work on some more. Anyway, love you, Zeus, and I heard my bell, so I'm out of here. And
all right,
have a wonderful day. Okay.
All right, you two, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful Miss Boss Diva. No lies detected. Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, we got a lot of different folks. Oh my God. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're cooking this morning. Good morning, Sister Keisha. Wow, heavy hitters. Let's go.
Zeus.
Hey, Takesha, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right. Just another day in the kingdom, tending to the affairs as usual.
Okay, I wanted to come up and I'm just like Boss Diva. I want to come up and thank everybody who takes up for black women. Because Zeus, even when we were slaves, we raised their children. We taught them how to cook. We taught them how to clean. And when their husband wanted good sex, they came to the slave because their stuff was dry and needed KY jelly, and they didn't make it back then. So we did everything to make them a success and to try to exit us out. Like we ain't the base of the women. It pisses me off.
Yeah.
Think about all we've accomplished.
Amen.
All the things we've done.
Amen.
The path that we made for these other women.
Amen.
And to act like we ain't nothing. Man, that's a slap to the face, my boy.
Man, tell the truth and shame the devil.
That smells worse than Trump.
Oh, Lord, it does.
They say his sit-down air will take you to the hospital and they got to resuscitate you.
Oh, my God.
Zeus,
yeah, I can't imagine.
They said when he sit down, you'll swear the garbage truck is in the neighborhood.
Beep, beep,
Ooh, babe, can you just imagine sitting next to somebody with a funky monkey?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Zeus, you know a little Irish Spring would go a long way.
It would.
But I think that he sits in those diapers so long that it's baked in his skin. Zeus.
Oh, no.
He need to go to the doctor and see if he could give him a little something. Because Clorox ain't getting it, and Clorox get rid of a lot of stuff. Maybe he should get an Ajax ass washing. Excuse me, Zeus. I just don't know.
Oh, my God. You said
Zeus. And then think about how he traveled the world around here stinking. And the other foreign leaders, they wasn't looking mean. They just was trying to hold their breath from the stench that was coming from that suit and that booty.
Oh, Lord. No, he didn't. Oh, my God. That man is nasty. Ain't he?
Ooh, Zeus.
Imagine
Every time I think about it. That's why that hair fly like that is trying to get away from the stench.
Oh my God. You know what? That is nasty on top of nasty. This guy is so nasty. Why do you think Melania stays away from him so much? You think
he smells.
You think so?
Listen, you see how little her nose is. She went and had nostril surgery where they reduced her nostrils because she was trying not to smell him too much because, she wanted to come up
Right.
He smelled.
Right.
So she had to smell him long enough to get that air.
Yeah.
So that child, so she could be set for life. But I wouldn't have slept with him if he smelled good.
Wow.
I just wouldn't. He needs some douche and everything else. He just need to douche. He need to douche his dude. Just douche his dude, Zeus.
I don't know what.
Give some Summer's Eve for that smell, Zeus.
Oh my
just
God.
let him douche his dude.
Oh my God. You hear that, MAGA? Please help your leader out. Tell him to use some of those funds to buy something to clean
Tell him to douche his dude.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord. Oh
okay,
my
Zeus. I'm gonna let you go, Zeus.
All right. Ladies and
you
gentlemen.
Have a good day.
All right, you too. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful Sister Keisha, No Lies Detected. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting to that time where we got to start winding down and preparing for landing, all right? Let's get it going, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to end on a high note, ladies and gentlemen. We got one of the bad boys. Good morning, Attacking. How are you doing?
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. And as I'm sitting here in front of my computer, which I'm going to go on later on after I get some things straightened up, and I'm going to do some readings of constitutional things in regards to the insurrection and the disqualification of what is and what is not and who can be applied it to.
Right.
By the way, as I was looking at X/TikTok.
Right.
Looks like Donald Trump is blaming it's going to be rigged again in Iowa.
Oh, so you know what that means?
Yeah. He's a pussy.
Oh, wait a second. No, that's not what it means.
Kitty cat.
It means that he knows he's going to lose.
Yeah. Right? And that's the thing. For any of you Trump lovers out there, if you don't see a routine, a habit, a motive from this guy that you guys are supporting, again, he is saying that if he loses, it's rigged. And this is now by his own party.
Right.
His own people that are running against him to be the nominee. So if you guys don't see the fact that he has done this since 2015, 16, 19, 20, and now, I don't know what the heck you guys are doing.
Right.
Get that person out there. He just called Michelle Obama a man. White Oak manager.
Keep going, Attack. I didn't see it.
Sorry. All right. So anyway, the thing is this. How much information does Donald Trump have to lay at your feet of his own actions with his own words until you guys are fed up with being fed doggy doo-doo?
Bingo.
From this guy.
Bingo.
What is wrong with you guys? He has said everything out loud that he has done, continues to do, will do in advance of if he's put in office, and now he's laying out the fact that if I lose, it's because it's rigged again.
Wow.
It's always rigged. He's always the whiner, guys. It's always rigged against him if he loses. He can't lose. He won't accept a loss.
Nope.
Ever, because it's always rigged against him. As he basically has lied to the American people and has tried to cheat you, Trump lovers, out of your own vote. He is saying to you, your vote isn't good enough to make him the winner. He is calling you sucky people.
Bingo.
Because your vote's not getting him over the edge to be the winner. So you guys are failures. You guys are slime. You can't you can't make him win. So he's literally calling you out and saying, your vote doesn't matter to me. I'm going to cheat because you can't get me over the edge.
You can't.
What's wrong with you guys? I mean, my God.
Low self-esteem, perhaps?
Yeah. Low self-everything.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, people. I mean, aren't you getting tired of having the same fight over and over and over again? We know that you lie. You lie that you don't lie. And you lie that you don't see what Donald Trump's doing and say, oh, I didn't see that. I didn't hear him say that. I didn't see him do that. Yes, you did. you can't only see part. I saw Joe Biden do this. Well, yeah, but right before you saw Joe Biden, they showed Trump doing something. Oh, no, they didn't. I didn't see that part. I was in the kitchen making a sandwich. Oh, and then I came in and I saw Joe Biden.
Oh, tell him, attacking. Tell him.
You guys are always making stuff up. We don't have to lie to like Joe Biden. We call Joe Biden out for things that he hasn't done. Oh, and by the way, Nikki Haley?
Yes.
Slavery bad.
Tell him, attacking.
Slavery is bad.
Yeah.
I mean, my God, you want to be the president of the United States and you run away from an easy question like that? That was a slow ball to where you could have hit a home run grand slam.
No lies detected. Tell him, attacking.
But you didn't. But you do you. I'm gonna go do what I'm doing right now, setting things up for when I go live.
All right. What time are you going live?
Once I get things set up here where I can just play it on my platform and go from page to page and have it read, because I like using a PDF reader. I don't like reading out loud.
Okay, fair enough. I might be able to join you, my good friend. All right.
All right. Everybody be good. Everybody be safe.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up to Brother Attacking. No lies detected. One of the bad boys. That was Attacking.
Bad boys, what you want? What you want? What you gonna do? When Chevy Jungle come for you.
Listen up, MAGA. We got some bad boys.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Hey!
Yeah! Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
Hey! We got another bad boy, Brother Swerve. These are the two bad boys. Attacking and Swerve. Good morning, Brother Swerve. How you doing?
Good morning, my brother. How are you, sir?
Oh, I'm all right.
I'm living the dream, and I'm gonna try my best to keep it clean.
Oh Lord, I love it when they come in with the bars like that. Keep it going, my good friend.
So I wanted to talk to MAGA again.
Mm-hmm.
Like that picture you had up earlier of that guy who tore off his bracelet and decided he was gonna fake a drug overdose. You know, they come up with the worst laid plans ever. I mean, they really do.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you noticed in the picture, but they were all throwing up the QAnon sign.
Oh, that's what that was?
That's what that was. The guy had his fingers curled over his eye, and that's the QAnon sign. It's also the triple K sign. Those three fingers: your pinky, your ring finger, and your middle finger. When you stick them out like that, it creates a Q kind of shadow and effect. But your pinky, your ring finger, and your middle finger, that stands for KKK.
Wow.
So these are the people supporting Donald Trump.
Wow.
Donald Trump has not denounced any of their endorsements. From the Boogaloo Boys, the Proud Boys, the Oath Keepers, the One Percenters. He has not denounced any of their endorsements.
Wow.
These are the people they are voting with. These are the racists that they are voting with.
Wow.
But they'll be the first ones to say, "Oh, I'm not racist. Hey, racism would go away if you just stop talking about it."
Right.
And then 5 minutes later, call us the N-word.
Right.
You know. So
see how that works?
That's how it works.
Yeah.
And nothing is going to go away if we stop talking about it. It's still there.
Amen.
It's going to always be there, unfortunately, in this country, because you got idiots raising idiots after idiots.
Bingo.
And those are the idiots who can't seem to accept the truth. Like,
yeah, they struggle because they proudly say they got 8th grade education. It's the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. You heard them say that? Like you say when they say they're purebloods?
Yeah. And when they tell me that, I'm like, you should probably go look up the definition of that word, because I don't think it means what you think it means.
Exactly.
In fact, it doesn't mean what you think it means.
You hear that, MAGA? It doesn't mean what you think
it means. Your mother and father were cousin and cousin, or brother and sister. Somehow your mother and father is related. That's what that means.
Right.
And it goes all the way back to the days of Old English lore, when they tried to keep the bloodlines pure for royalty purposes.
Bingo.
So don't come in here telling me everything that they think is a flex is not a flex.
It
Look
really
how
isn't.
quickly we turned around dark Brandon on them.
Mm.
You know, it was like, let's go, Brandon. Yeah, good job, Brandon. You getting stuff done.
Bingo.
You getting stuff done, and we dig you for it.
Yep.
And the last thing I want to say, Nikki Haley.
Get her, Swerve. Get her.
What a dummy.
Yeah.
What a lying, conniving dummy. I mean, she gave up property in North Carolina to China. She's still she's still trying to fight the abortion fight.
Wow.
When she doesn't have, I don't know, she just like all the other Republicans, she doesn't have a clue.
Nope.
As to what it is she's talking about, but she still wants a ban on it, you know? And then that question, why was the Civil War started? Oh, you're not going to come with an easy question. Oh, well, you know, I think it was over the right of people to do what they wanted to do. Yeah, and what those people wanted to do? Own us. They wanted to own black people.
Tell them.
Slavery is what started the Civil War. Nothing
Bingo.
else. It was written into their Constitution. It was written into the Southern Constitution.
Yep.
And if you don't believe me when I tell you it was written into the Southern Constitution, all I can say is do your research. Look it up. Benghazi, Bald Eagle, America, Hunter Biden's laptop, Herschel Walker's fake bag. Do your research. America, apple pie.
Bingo. No
Go
lies
look it up
detected.
for yourself.
No lies detected. Tell them.
All she had to do, she could answer that question in one word: slavery. Now, either they don't want to talk about it because they want to have an alternative history, like their alternative facts, or she just didn't know.
Yeah.
I'd really like to know which one it is.
And she doesn't want to answer the question directly to me, which is a very telling. It's like when she did that, it low key reminded me of when Trump wouldn't tell us the truth about the pandemic, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
If we put her in that same space, she's basically made it clear she will lie to the American people.
Yep. I agree with you 110%.
Very dangerous kind of behavior, and when leaders do things like that, it just shows why they're not really qualified, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, if you're gonna come out and intentionally lie to people, then why would I vote for you? I just don't get it. Has Joe Biden told some lies? Yeah.
Yeah.
But Joe Biden said he was going to get infrastructure done, and guess what got done? Infrastructure. The PACT Act, the Chips and Sciences Act.
Yep.
All kinds of things that are bringing jobs back from this country. It's going to limit our wait time on microchips coming from China.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to wait for them anymore.
Nope.
They're going to be made right here in this country. So, but anywho, brother, let me get myself out of here. I got to take a shower and head out to the VA. So,
okay. All right.
You get back to managing the affairs of the kingdom.
All right. You
and
too.
I will talk to you later, my brother.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Brother Swervin. Another bad boy. Thank you, Brother Swervin. What you gonna do, MAGA? We got bad boys. What you gonna do? Attacking. Swerve. Which one you want, MAGA?
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? When you were 8 and you had bad dreams, you go to school and learn the golden rule. So why are you acting like a bloody fool? If you get hot, then you must go cool. Bad boys,
hey!
What you gonna do?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we gotta wrap it up and get up out of here. All right. Okay, hold on a second. Snuggles, what's going on? What is going on? What's going on, Snuggles? Why do you keep? Ladies and gentlemen, I guess Snuggles has left the building. So sorry, Snuggles. So sorry. We'll bring up Shay next. Good morning, Shay. Listen, I gotta get up out of here, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta get up out of here. Good morning, Shay. How are you doing?
Hey, good morning. How are you? What happened to
Snuggles?
Snuggles?
His connection, it kept timing. I think he left the live or something.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I see him right in there. He sent another request. Maybe something was going on. Okay, I see you, Snuggles. After Shay, I'll check in with you. All right.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. So just the whole thing with Nikki Haley. I mean, we all know what's going on there. We all know.
Yeah.
MAGA has turned that white supremacy, all those groups, has turned that base into a bunch of haters. And they are pushing this narrative that slavery was not what it was, and there were black people that had slaves, and all of this ridiculous stuff that that they push this narrative to take that that thing off of we don't have to keep repeating how bad this country was and how bad our forefathers were, and they don't like that. And Nikki Haley knows better. She was part of the person that took the the Confederate flag off the Capitol, and she got a lot of praise for that.
But why wouldn't she lean into it? It was just, to me, the most bizarre thing.
Because in order to be a candidate for that party, you can't speak the truth. You can't speak the truth. You can't.
Wow.
Or you'll lose support. She's already an indigenous, or not indigenous, she's already a BIPOC woman. She already has a lot against her.
Wow, it's that simple, huh?
It is that simple. And that's what's happened to that party, is you can't tell the truth.
Eight-balled.
Yeah, I mean, look what happens to Lindsey Graham every time he tells the truth. Look what happens to him.
They make fun of him. They call him all kinds of nasty names on the right.
Yeah, you're a rhino. And so she doesn't want to be labeled a rhino. So it's nearly impossible. When you think of what's happened to this party, when you've got, Lauren Boebert changing her congressional district because she's losing.
That is music to my ears.
When you got George Santos is losing, got kicked out, so that's going to be a blue seat. I mean, they're losing. Their lead candidate is a guy with 91 felony counts.
Losing.
I mean, what this Republican Party has just gone in the toilet, and they have been taken over by these extremists, these white supremacists, these Christo-fascist nationalists, and it's nearly impossible what they've done. They're not going to get a good candidate. Their actual good candidate is Chris Christie. He's not perfect.
Right.
But he actually has the skills. He would do a good job as president. I don't care for the dude. Don't get me wrong. But
me either.
I wouldn't be scared of our country in his hands.
To be honest, you're right. I mean, I don't think he would have made the mistake Nikki Haley did with that question either.
No.
And he has no problem calling out Donald Trump.
Yeah, and so what she's trying to say is, yes, slavery was part of the capitalism, right?
I mean, yeah, we all get that, Nikki. Yeah. We all get that.
We all get that these humans were commodities, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, we understand that, Nikki. My goodness. I mean, so that was pathetic. But yeah, I just wanted to come up real quick and say hi to everybody and
right.
2 cents in on Nikki Haley.
Are you feeling better?
I'm getting there, getting some pain management under control. So I kind of lost it yesterday, and it was, that was not fun. Yeah, so I'm just taking it every 4 hours. So
all right.
But thank you, my friend, for asking. All right, that's it. I just wanted to say that. Love you guys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful Shay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Now let's bring up the devil himself before I get up out of here. Yes. MAGA Demon. Yes.
Hello. Good to see you.
Yes.
Good to see you. This was a beautiful, beautiful show. But
can I ask you a question, though?
Yes, bro.
Nutty brought up something, and I think you might be one of the best people to answer. Why do you think a lot of Trump supporters come to this show?
We come to this show to study, to learn, and to absolutely vote for Donald Trump, because all these things here are just not true. Okay, so you guys have
ladies and gentlemen, there's going to be
I let you in my box for like a half hour.
Your box,
can I just say something real quick?
That's actually my box when I go into your live.
Right,
Listen,
but
I'm in charge.
The court cases start at the end of March. If you think you're going to get all this done in 7 months, you're sadly mistaken. Donald Trump will succeed. He will be our president. He was our president before, but you guys keep rehashing old shit. Oh, I'm so sorry. Did I swear? Give me the ground. You guys keep rehashing old stuff. He was already our president. Quit reminiscing on old stuff.
Are you all
Move
screen
forward.
recording? Are you all screen
No,
recording
I'm not screen
this?
recording.
No.
I don't screen
Listen,
record.
hold on. Please,
Right.
ladies and gentlemen, screen record every one of
Please
these
screen record.
MAGA
Yeah.
meltdowns. All right, because what we're gonna do.
No, this isn't a meltdown.
Okay,
we're
well-
tied 1-1. Wait, we're tied 1-1. Biden won once. Trump won once.
Wait a second,
What are you
wait a
guys talking about? I don't care. This is the presidential elections. We're tied, bro.
Oh, I knew where he was headed next. He was gonna say, he's gonna use my line. He's gonna try to use my line. Get the knee pads ready. It's not gonna work. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why I say record it. Because when Donald Trump is convicted, I want you to all cherish all of these opportunities to screen record Snuggles and all of his lying demonic friends. Because we're going to put a nice little Netflix special together called How We Got Here, right? And I'm going to be starring in it, right? I'm going to be starring in it, but a lot of you are going to be there. And what we're going to do is we're going to have all the sound bites that they were saying to us leading up to Donald Trump being convicted, right? And then when Donald Trump gets convicted, we're going to be saying, we told you, and then we're going to go back and hit play on the tape. You know how they do in the sports, right? Hit replay, and we're going to play all of these lies that they were saying, and we're going to go, now. And it's actually, I was thinking about it, it's going to be a comedy, right? It's going to be a comedy. Oh my God. Okay, listen, Tyler, listen. All right, you asked me so nicely. You used the word please, Tyler. All right, I got to get up out of here. All right, but I'm more than willing to hear you out, Tyler. What's going on, my good friend?
Hey, Zeus, how are you doing today, bro? I miss hearing from you.
I miss hearing from you too, my good friend. You know where I'm at. I'm doing what I normally do. Little Zeus. But what's going on? What's so pressing that you got to share with us?
Like, what are Snuggles and Janae going to do when Trump loses in 2024 and we win the White House again? I think in 2028, Zeus, I think in 2028, Zeus, me and you should run for president. You could be president and I'll be VP.
We have a better chance than Trump being president, to be quite honest. And that sounds like an offer I really can't refuse. But to answer your question, what Snuggles and Janae are going to do, I think they'll end up in prison with Donald Trump because that's the ultimate, MAGA reward, jail or hell. And they're willing to do both for Donald Trump. Am I right, J Bear, Snuggles? Am I right? Y'all will go to jail for him, right? Don't say I'm lying now. Don't say I'm lying. All right.
And you know what's really sad about the times that we're in is that, people in World War II that fought against this mustache man here would fight against people like Donald Trump here and stuff. And Janae and Stacy and Snuggles support the mustache man.
They do.
And we can't let them win.
We're not going to. America won't let them win. They are going to have so much egg on their faces when Donald Trump gets convicted and sent to prison while Biden gets a second term. They might do something we've never seen MAGA do before. All right. And it's indescribable what I'm imagining because I don't want to get, in trouble on this app. But they're going to lose it. They're going to lose it. They're already losing it, to be quite honest, right?
Yep. They keep losing. 2018, they lost the House Senate. 2020, Trump lost. 2022, we kept most of Donald Trump's people out of office. In 2023, we're still doing it. So we're winning.
Right. They say they say that they're winning while the ship is sinking. It's the most bizarre situation. They will believe they're winning. The water's right up here, freezing cold water. They're on their way out, and we're winning, and then they're just going all the way down. All right, for Donald Trump. These folks are sick. These are some sick individuals, I tell you. All right, but listen, Tyler, I got to get up out of here, my good friend. All right.
All right, and today you can stop sending me love messages in my private message box here. I don't date conservatives here.
Oh, wait a second. J Bear, you cheating on Zeus, J Bear?
Well, you take it easy, my brother.
Oh my God.
I hope you have a good rest of your day and stay blessed and stay humble and honest.
I will. But you know what? You broke my heart with that news, all right, Tyler? But thank you for letting me know just the type of person she is. Can't trust them, huh? Yeah, can't trust them farther than you can throw them. All right. Thank you, Tyler. All right. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what a show. What a show. I mean, listen, you are all amazing. You know what we got to do? I got to close us out. The flight, ladies and gentlemen, we've descended and now we're landing the plane, all right? First of all, you all deserve a round of applause. You stayed here. We laughed, we cried in this show together once again. All right, so thank you, all of you. To all of my moderators, the best moderators on the app. No one's better than them. We get it right all the time. You all deserve a round of applause. To the panelists that had the courage and conviction to get up in here and share their truth. Let's go. They deserve it. All right, to my gifters and my subscribers, you deserve it. You're right, Heaven. We're at 96. We're almost at 100. You all deserve a round of applause. And one more round of booze and shame for my haters, my critics, and my detractors, right? One more. Hey. What a show! All right. Everybody, listen. I really do appreciate it that we all do this every day. We bring our A game, all right, and we leave it all on the floor every single morning, all right? Let's keep up the momentum and do all we can to make sure Donald Trump and his nasty MAGA supporters, the demons, never get an opportunity to put their hands on the levers of power in the United States here again. God bless you all. God bless President Joe Biden and the Democrats, Vice President Harris, and God bless our troops. Take care, ladies and gentlemen, and stay safe out here in these TikTok streets.
True focus, most handsome in the kingdom.
Yes, I am. Thank you for the gift, too. Vegas girl, you know I'm telling the truth. Stop playing, all right? That's the name. Thank you. I love you all. Hey, little hawk, thank you all. Got it. Out of here. Y'all have me here all morning. I'm flying than an eagle and got bread on me too. Took a long time to get here and I'm feeling brand new. Oh, damn. Let's go. I got money on my mind. I can't leave it up to you. I can't hang around with you. You fall in love too quick. You a high risk. Nicks all in the mix. I put a bounty on your head. DJ Sound chasing my good friend. Garvin. Garvin. Time to let loose with the truth. Hey. Yeah, grab your goose. Hey, Angel, got me out here looking saucy. Miss Silk, I see you. Playin' hating on the God, boy, it's in heaven. We're gonna go see that dance tonight. Yeah, we're gonna go to DJ's Live. You, me, Miss Boss Diva, Wakanda. I know Vegas, and I appreciate you, Vegas. This is how I move when I'm walking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. Cali love! DJ, okay. I'm okay with dissension and disagreement. I'm fine with it. I'm a god, call me Zeus. I'm hotter than Hades and the incognito. You always say that. Wanted facts, well, I'm living proof. I've been waiting for this moment now. I gotta choose. If you play around with love, then you're guaranteed to lose. I didn't make the game a rule. Like a fool. If you can't swim, don't be in the pool. Even though I'm hot, people telling me be cool. I'm just sitting on my throne while you looking like a goof. Let's go! Let loose with the truth. Yeah, grab your boots. Hey, little mama, there's no hate coming out of this live. It's all love. Whoever spoke that lie, they got it from the devil himself. Reggie, my man Reggie. These ladies love me, yeah, I'm the one that they choose. You know I'm so handsome, that's why they call me Zeus. This is how I move when I'm walking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. Don't be playing with my mood when I'm grooving like Zeus. You're thinking that you're cool till I pull up like Zeus. Thunder in the sky, light you up like Zeus. I make my own rules, I'm a god, call me Zeus.
I just want to buy 11,780 votes.
Right.
It's one more than we have.
Ooh. FBI. Yeah, we got him. FBI, yeah. What's his name? Oh, Donald J. Trump. What is he doing? Election interference.
He's deranged. Jackson. 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 Donald Trump is indicted and they take one charge and they turn it into 36 charges.
That's some math for your behinds, huh? Thank you, Reggie. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got to get up out of here. Take care. Stay safe, and I'll see you all tomorrow.